to Almond Land and we're going to watch the show.
By a judicious distribution mirrors visuals and so on, friendly relations were established at this time, and a very profitable, if not pleasant afternoon ensued.
We've come up to Ubia, where the Aboriginal rock paintings are. We've climbed to the very top and get a great view over Kakadu. See the smoke from another burn off over there. This is the main gallery. Several layers of paintings here. The oldest ones are 30,000 years old. And the most amazing one is right up here. Makes you wonder how they got up there to paint it.
reason that you can't come and, you know, tell so many stories about the art sites is, you know, the young people haven't been initiated and the stories haven't been passed on. Like, well, you know, well, that's the way it's facing and it's directly above you. Can you see it, no? Yeah. Okay. This is said to have been painted by Leamy Spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Pretty hard to get to. Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, they are supernatural.
The kangaroo,
Going out,
and above that's a white guy, white man with his hands in his pockets.
people died, I'd go around there and stand in the sun.
This is a dingo. I'm just about to leave Kakadu now. It's really hot, too hot in fact. So we're going to try and find somewhere cooler. Just driven past this dust devil. Just run over, it's moving away really fast, but it was quite a bit bigger a minute ago.
Wow, that's hot. I'll keep moving, it's too hot.
We're in Kununurra and we've come to the Hidden Valley National Park. It's supposed to be like a mini Bungle Bungles. We're going to the real Bungle Bungles. We're going to fly over it in a helicopter this afternoon. And up here is the best streaming so far we've seen. It's headlight streaming. This rock is supposed to be very... where is it? Ah! There you go. This rock is supposed to be very significant to the Aborigines.
Part of the headlight streaming story.
Over there in the background is the town of Kununurra. It's about the biggest settlement for at least 500k either way. And in the background you can see some green fields which have been irrigated by them building this massive Argyle Dam. This
Devil over there as well.
Yeah? Yeah, that's a beauty. A dust devil, that's like the one that I was trying to film the other day, but it had more or less blown itself out by the time I got it.
Well, it's very hot. It's not quite as hot as in Kakadu, and we parked our van in the shade and we bought a thermometer, and that was about 108 degrees that we've now got to get into.
Oh,
44 degrees C. Bugger.
Come down to Gantheaume Point in Broome,
Is it?
and the whales are
He just went
breaching
right
out there.
of the water.
Where are they?
Just
Of
right
course, he
in
won't do
there.
it now that I'm filming.
Oh, you got to wait till he does it again. He just came right out of the water.
Oh, careful. It's still out there. It's just stopped jumping, unfortunately.
Oh, there, look.
Oh, too late.
It's Splash.
Yeah.
Probably go.
There's a good blowhole. Jump, you buggers, jump.
I might jump when those boats catch over. Oh.
Pretty active on the surface now. Oh, that's good
yes.
tail. Yeah, excellent.
Do a jump for mommy.
Whoa,
Oh,
this
that's
is
a
a big
big
one.
tail.
Whoa.
Is that his tail?
Yeah.
Wow. It's huge. Wow.
Wow, there's two right together there.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Just-
that's enough for showing off.
Swimming along on the surface. This is Cable Beach in Broome, just for the record, and we're still up at the far end of it, Gantheaume Point, and it's very windy. Well, we've stopped for the night. We've just come down to 80 Mile Beach, which I've just measured on the map, and back this way is actually 280 kilometres. I don't quite know where they get their 80 miles from, but down that way it just goes on forever.
Well, we got a very nice place to camp last night, right by this lovely creek, and not far from the beach. But the road was a bit rough getting here, and we got our first puncture. Bugger.
It's only flat at the bottom though.
Oh, that's alright then. Might be able to get it done for half price. But,
Yep.
have we got a spare?
I think so.
Oh,
Might be one under the van.
let's hope so. Oh, you got one then?
Yep. Looks alright.
Excellent.
Red dirt on it.
So what's new? Okay, big moments come. Fingers crossed. We're going in the river. Oh, we can use some chewing gum and stuff. Is that it then?
Yeah, I think you just stick a couple on and hope for the best.
Excellent. Right, do them up quite tight with your fingers, we should be alright on that bumpy road.
Flat again by the time we get out of this road.
Having a kind of healthy lunch. We're not far from Exmouth, Cape Range National Park. It's beautiful. Ningaloo Reef is out there. Water's lovely and blue and the sand's white. And we're just going to chill out here for a couple of days. There's a spot called Sandy Bay. More or less had this whole beach to ourselves all day. Yardy Gorge, just come up here, so just set. We're looking out for black-footed rock wallabies, which are supposed to be over on the far side of the gorge. We can't see any at the moment. It's supposed to come out at night. Just down above Carnarvon now, at the blowholes. Sea's pretty fierce. And over here is the blowhole. Managed to get on board this catamaran cruise, Sunset Catamaran cruise, for free. Because we've been given a free ticket. We're down at Monkey Mire now. Luckily, it's a lot calmer.
We're on the beach at Monkey Mire. We've just come down, it's just gone about 7 o'clock in the morning, and the first dolphins are down here for a morning feed. Just turned up.
On the elbow, put the teeth in, and just pull. So you can imagine what happened to his arm. Wasn't flash. And I think we must be all mad standing here in this cold water.
When you've got nice.
Don't you worry.
She's telling you.
The dolphins started
They
picking
come.
up on. Nicky, come on, darling. Come on, sweetie. Come on, baby. Come on, precious. We'll do a few rounds, folks, have a bit of a look at you, decide whether it's safe enough to come in or not. Then if she thinks it's quite safe, then she will come in.
I'm not sure. Go around for another look.
Getting back to the early history of Monkey Mire and this net dropping over the side, as I said, the dolphins started picking up on the fish that the commercial fishermen didn't want and thought it was a pretty easy way of getting a feed. Eventually, the fishermen, after about a period of 2 years, started enticing the dolphins in and hand feeding them here at the jetty. It was then picked up by a couple of locals, and that was just fine for the dolphins. They really loved it. Word spread, and a number of people started arriving at Monkey Mire, especially fisher people, and they would feed those dolphins very heftily during the time they were here. But unfortunately, like everything else, nobody thought about what was going to happen when they left. The results were that the poor old dolphins had become reluctant then on being hand-fed, and as soon as the folks left here for the season, the dolphins couldn't survive. For those of you who can see at the moment, you'll see that Nicky has quite a lot of freckles on her belly. This is the species of dolphin that Nicky is. She's an Indo-Pacific bottlenose dolphin, and this is sort of, well, they're about the only dolphins that do get these freckles. They come with age, and as Nicky gets older, she will get more and more of these freckles until they go up right around her eyes in different places. We do ask you folks to keep your hands to yourselves with the dolphins. There's two reasons for this. One reason is the dolphins bite. So that's a pretty good reason in itself. Also, folks, the second reason is our hands carry viruses, and science has sort of come to the conclusion that we can pass these viruses on to these creatures, and they can be fatal for them. Not as sweet and loving and kind as everybody used to originally imagine they were. Hello, now I'm going to get a slap on the tail for that. never been a recorded incident ever of a shark even giving the smallest hassle to a human being. There's 10,000 dugongs in the Shark Bay area, and the sharks are pretty well fed, unfortunately. Probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes, folks, we'll give Nikki a feed. Hopefully some of the other dolphins might hear the word feed and pop in the meantime. What we are going to ask you to do when that time arrives is we're going to ask everybody to step completely out of the water. There have been accidents happened at feeding, and bear in mind they are wild creatures, folks, so for everybody's safety and the comfort of these dolphins, we put everybody up onto the beach. If you're standing out where I am, folks, you can hear this calf making little squealing, squeaky noises. That's basically sort of saying to Mum, come on, Mum, it's time we went back out there.
There's a fish. Follow that fish.
There's the bucket.
Lady with sunglasses and blue top. Yeah. Thank you very much. Lady in grey.
There is a possibility, folks, that the dolphins will return again in the morning. Hopefully, a couple more may come in next time. The only thing, folks, we cannot tell you when this will happen. It can be half an hour, it could be an hour and a half, it could be 2 hours. And
Become a good model, will it?
Take a photo, Benny. Good Tim.
We'll watch it. I'll fight it off if it gets.
I'll fight it off.
Put your hand out.
Feed the pelican.
Good bad breath, you know.
Use your breath.
Not convinced.
It's alright. Benny's just having a
Bird is.
brave. He's a big chap, that pelican.
Oh, did anyone get that shot of the bird opening up to my side? Oh no, he's got fed up. He's so soft.
This beach is 60 kilometres long and the whole lot is made up of millions of shells. Look at those. And in some places they're 5 metres deep. 5 metres. Isn't that incredible? Wow. It's not very comfy to sit on. Ow. Like, it's really crap sandcastles.
There's a blue-tongued lizard here, holding up the traffic. Bus has stopped for him.
Run him over then.
Certainly has a great tongue. Blue tongue.
Push your hand.
Yeah, don't let him bite you. You'll never let go.
Okay, these rocks might not look very exciting, but these particular ones are thousands of years old, and they're related to other ones. They're called stromatolites, and the ones they're related to are up to 3.5 billion years old. So they're the first life on Earth, I reckon, and they breathed out oxygen, which is how we all ended up evolving. These are only found here and in the Bahamas, only 2 places in the world. This is the Hawks Head viewpoint in the Kalahari National Park. We're on the loop now. This is called Nature's Window, just around here. Debbie's sitting in Nature's Window.
Still got a baby on here. The next one is the swimming place. Whoa.
This is the Murchison River, and the gorge is called the Zed Bend.
we've decided it doesn't look quite inviting enough to walk down and swim in. Stopped off for a look at these flowers in this field. Amazing. This is the Pinnacles National Park. Really strange place, all these rock formations. There's thousands of them. Oops, trip over them. It's a bit like Stonehenge, this bit. Natural Stonehenge. The best thing about this place is you can drive around. You don't have to get out and walk. Oh, careful.
Driving through the desert. Oh, it's not tight round some days. On an obstacle course.
These are some of my personal favourites, especially these guys over here. Lots of weird shapes. Who's that strange person? Couple of galahs up here, enjoying the view. Seem very tame, but I'm not sure. This is Fremantle. So we've hit Perth and we've come down to Fremantle.
We like Fremantle.
Look at the fish and chips.
Now this building was originally constructed to hold convicts. Now the first settlers came out here to the Swan River Colony, as this place was called, in 1829. And they were determined they would never have convicts here because they thought it would hinder their push towards eventual self-government. Now, go through there, don't move too far away from that door though.
It's like Alcatraz.
In the television yard, when the muster was high, up to 160 prisoners could be locked in this area at any one time. Various times during a working day and all day on weekends and public holidays. Whenever there were prisoners in the yard, there was an officer situated in that white cage over there with the roof to protect him from the weather and the cage to protect him from the prisoners. This was not a very good place to live. His job was to observe the yard at all times to try and ensure no fights broke out, nobody was bashed up or raped out here in this yard. It was not a good place to live. Some people in this yard who are a complete waste of the space that they occupied, quite frankly. And they're in here because they were bash artists, rapists, stand-over merchants, robbers, burglars. And these people don't change their ways just because they come to prison, you know, they've just got a different group of people to work on. Down this way a bit, thanks. Just along there. Let's stay in the channel here in a sec. Tell you all about these yard cells. The next cell, the small one, was occupied in 1860 by a man called James Walsh, who was in prison for counterfeiting money. Made a couple of pound notes. Well, we think he did those drawings between the time he was locked up each evening and the sun went down or his oil lamp burned out. We're not quite sure. We think he used the buttons off his shirt to do the drawing with, because back in the 1860s they were made of metal and had a very, very high lead content. Now somehow he concealed those drawings because they were never discovered by the authorities of the day. Now, back in the 1860s they had porridge for supper. We think that when he'd done some drawings on the wall, instead of eating his porridge, he covered the drawing, made it nice and thin and smooth as it could, and by morning it had dried, and it looked so much like the original whitewash that the authorities never checked, and they never found those drawings. If they had, they would have been destroyed and he would have been severely punished. Well, he got out of prison in 1866, he died in 1888. And those drawings weren't discovered until 1968. The prisoner discovered them when he threw a broom into that cupboard. It was used as a broom cupboard because it was too small to sleep in.